Hi Dollar Divas, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be testing out some new Dollar Tree makeup. Not everything is new, but I do have a few exciting new products that I wanted to give a try today. One of those products being the KleanColor palette that I recently hauled, and then a couple other items as well. So if you're a returning Dollar Diva, thank you so much for coming on back for another video. And if you're new to my channel, my name is Jessica and I'm basically a bargain makeup channel. What I mean by that is I like to make all the same fun content that other makeup channels do. I just like to try to keep it in the bargain price point. So the closer to $1, the better. So if it sounds like you're in the right place, I do hope you'll become part of our Dollar Diva family here on YouTube. And you'll just have to excuse my hair. I just threw it up in a bun today. I just can't. And the bruise on my arm. I've been moving a lot of stuff in the house. I'm a mess. I'm tired. It's been a lot and it's 2 days before Thanksgiving. So yeah, you'll just have to kind of excuse me a little bit today, but our makeup look is going to be beautiful, I'm sure. So anyways, without any further chit chat, let's just go ahead and get into today's video. Okay, so I applied my eyebrows and I cleaned them up with some concealer and I added some eyeshadow primer. I will have all of the products I'm using today down below in the description box, but I'm only going to be using the new or almost new products today on camera. So I'm super excited to dive into this KleanColor MegaWatts palette. This was in a recent Dollar Tree haul and I swatched this. It's very much a shimmer palette, but I am going to try to just use this today. Of course, I will use it again because there's lots of beautiful shades in here. So you will see this more than once. But yeah, this was a recent find at Dollar Tree. And I know a couple of you have hauled some other color stories as well. So I'm going to go into that purple shade right there. And these don't have like any of the shade names on them. So since this is like the darkest shade, I'm going to use it to just add a little bit of a... Today will probably not be a smoky eye. I'm starting with my left eye. I never start with my left eye. I'm just going to make this light and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Iridescent, and I'm just hoping to kind of do something different today. It is definitely darkening up the eye. It doesn't look overly shimmery or anything like that. My brush is damp because I did just clean it off. There we go. That's just kind of what I wanted to do. I just wanted to add a little bit of like a deepening effect. And I'll probably go into a couple of these other shimmery shades. So there's a couple shades here and I have to kind of think about which direction I want to go in, y'all. I think I'm going to go into this shade right here. That is what it looks like. And I'm going to just start putting that into the middle of my eye. And then I'm going to use one of those lighter shades for the inner part of my eye. So I'm going to take a flat brush for this and I am going to wet the brush as well. And I'm going to take this kind of the middle part of my eye. This palette here reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Cyber palette that they came out with a couple years ago that I so bad wanted to love, but just all the swatches and looks that I had seen, I just couldn't really get on board with it. So this seems very similar, just of course like a fraction of the price. Okay, that's looking nice. Now what I think I'm gonna do is go into this shade right here. It's a very pearlescent shade. Actually, the camera doesn't do it justice. I'm gonna put this on the inner part of my eye. I mean, I'm getting a look, but honestly, I don't know that it's not as iridescent as I was hoping it would be. But you know us, we will finish the look and I will put on lashes. And a lot of times it comes together after all that, after all the details are added. It is never done at this point. I think I might even pop just a little pop of this shade right here because I can't stop looking at it. It's so pretty. I might even just take my finger and just pop a little bit of that. Just pop a little bit of that right there on the center of my lid. Just to add a little dimension. Okay, there we go. You know, like I said, it comes together sometimes. So I'm gonna start with the eyeshadow for right now. And I do have some new lashes that we're gonna try. They're the LA Colors Dramatalash, but they're a different style than I've tried yet. This is the style Daydreamer. So I will put these on camera. But I'm going to add some mascara and liner first, and I'm not using anything new there, so I'm going to add that stuff, and then we'll be right back to put on the lashes. Okay, so I got my liner and lashes on. Again, I'll have the products I use down below in the description box, and we're going to start getting our lashes ready. If you've been with me for a while, you know I don't always do my lashes on camera. And if you're new, I do have an in-depth tutorial where I show you two different methods, and I have like all kinds of tips and tricks, and I don't dive into that usually while I'm putting them on like just a regular video, but I will have that link down below. That way, if you need extra help with your lashes, it's a pretty in-depth tutorial. So I'm gonna probably end up trimming these. I usually always have to trim my lashes like at the end. So when I say trim them, I just trim off like a little bit of the, you know, a little bit of the end. That may be enough. I might need to do a little bit more. think that's gonna be perfect. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, these are my absolute favorite lash from the Dollar Tree currently. I also love the Ioni halflings. So I'm gonna place a thin line of glue along the edges. So I just gotta wait for that glue to get tacky and then we'll put them on. Okay, so the glue has gotten nice and tacky. That's kind of a trick. You don't wanna use too much glue and you wanna let it set just a little bit. I've been told that I apply my lashes weird. I don't use a tweezer or anything like that. I just like to place it on. I will have my beginner-friendly tutorial and I show you a couple different ways to put them on, a couple different methods. I give you some like in-depth tips and tricks that I've learned over the years that I like to do. Of course, this is personal too. If you find a way that works for you, do that. You know what I mean? I know lashes are a tricky thing for people. It's not fun putting them on either, even when you know like what you're doing. It's just kind of like a necessary evil. Like I'm in show business if you're new to my channel, and so I wear them for shows, and so I kind of had to learn. And I do like them with, you know, when I do makeup looks here on YouTube as well. And I love the effect. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, because I have terrible lashes, but yeah, putting them on is not fun. And it is a tedious process. There we go, I've got them on, and like I always say, they're mostly on there evenly, and that's about all that matters. So we're gonna come back to the eyes and add some finishing touches. I'm already not feeling too bad about this eye look. Sometimes, like for me, it's the lashes that do it. So we're gonna come back and add some finishing touches, but I'm gonna move on to the face. So I'm gonna use this again. This is gonna be my third time using this. It's another KleanColor product. It's the Forever and a Day Soft Matte All Day Comfort Stick Foundation. I've got two shades, Soft Sand and Golden Beige, and I'm just gonna mix them, and I'm gonna just see, I'm gonna make a final consensus on what I feel about this foundation. First of all, one thing I can say, and I've said this every time I've put it on, is it does have a smell. It has like an old lady perfume smell. And it looks weird when you put it on. And the last time I had a really, I don't think this happened as much the first time, but the last time I had a really hard time blending it. It's just like clay on your face. And like I said, I ended up wearing it to work a couple days and it was fine, but applying it isn't really necessarily fun. And so honestly, I think I may give this one final try here today, and then I may get rid of this because I don't like the smell, first of all. It does wear off. I will say it does wear off. But it's a little heavy on the skin, and applying it is just such a pain. Trying to get some of it to smooth out while not rubbing off the other parts is a very, very difficult task. I'm using a damp beauty blender. I've tried a makeup brush, but that seemed to be even worse. Like, it just seemed to kind of be even harder. See, I can still see areas where it's like thick. Let me know what you think of this foundation, if you've tried it, if you found it at your Dollar Tree. Like I said, the first time, like my first impression of it, it was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything that I loved dearly or anything, but I didn't seem to have as difficult of a time. And I kind of wonder if since I've opened it, if it's dried out a little bit, that could have happened too. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, the makeup look will end up being fine in the end, but I just don't love this foundation. I way prefer like just your regular stuff that you find at Dollar Tree on any given day. So there we go. That's the best I'm going to do with that. So I'm going to add concealer and bronzer off camera, and we're going to come back and I have a new blush and highlighter to try. Okay, so my concealer and bronzer are on, and I've got, you know, quite a few Ioni blushes that I need to try, and so I'm just going to go with this one today. This is one of the new ones that comes in like the heart packaging. This is in Deep Coral. So of course Ioni makes beautiful blushes, liquid blushes, cream blushes, and of course these little powdered blushes that come in this heart packaging. So with Ioni, even more so than LA Colors, I need to go with a very, very light hand. And here's a swatch. I promised a Dollar Diva I would do more swatching in these videos. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful color. I know I swatched it in a haul, but that right there is just so pretty. It's like a really deep, rich peach with a ever so slight golden undertone. And there we go. That's about all like you need of this. Like seriously, their blushes are so pigmented. Doesn't take much. Now for highlighter, I had a Dollar Diva tell me about this. At least I think this one in particular. It's a new Beauty Intuition highlighter. I have the one, and it says for a flattering glow. I have the one that has a spider web on it, so I'm eager to see if this one is different. Kind of reminds me of something like packaging that like hard candy would have. So it's got this little design on it, of course. seems to be the same. It seems to have a purplish sheen, so I think it is the same as the one with the spider web. I'm gonna swatch the other one as well and just kind of compare the swatches. Either way, it's gonna be a beautiful highlighter for this iridescent makeup look. They look about the same. This one here is the one with the spider web. It looks a little bit lighter. Maybe not. I think they are the same. Nonetheless, we're gonna go ahead and use it because it is a perfect highlighter for this look. And there we go. That is all you need of that. So now, of course, we're gonna finish off the eyes. I'm gonna do an under the brow bone highlight, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use this highlighter. I'm just gonna try to go kind of light with this. I don't want anything too crazy. There we go. Now I'd like to try another color in this palette. I think for an inner corner highlight, I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's got kind of a purpley sheen, and we'll just kind of see what it can do. So I'm gonna load that onto the brush as much as I can. Spray it with some setting spray. I did use my Mercerie setting spray in my last video, and now I'm on to just a new spray. I don't know if this is gonna really get me the effect that I want. Oh wait, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, just a little bit, maybe. It's a little crumbly though. Maybe I just need to use a little less. It's not the best inner corner highlight, or at least it's not what I'm wanting. I might go back into that shade. I might go back here into this shade right here and give that a try. That's doing a little bit. I do like the multi-dimensional look from having that like greenish shade on top. Not the most exciting inner corner highlight, but I think it'll be fine. Okay, so I just added some eyeliner to my waterline, and I'm kind of wondering if it's even worth smoking out underneath. Maybe I will with that first purple shade that we went into. I'm just gonna smoke that out just a little bit. This is one of those eye looks that ultimately I'm really happy with it, but I feel like I had to get a little bit creative, which, hey, that's really never a bad thing. So there we go, the eyes are done. And like I said, I like it, but I just felt like it took a little bit of work to get there. But nonetheless, I think it came out beautiful. I think it matches my earrings. Which, the earrings, I got these either Temu or Shein. Might have been Shein. Can't really remember, but one of the two. I don't know if I've worn them on here yet. I think I may have one time. So for lips, I had hauled this a while back and I have not used it yet. It's part of like the villain lip glosses we've been seeing. This is the Ultra Shimmer Lip Gloss. It has Ursula from Little Mermaid on it. And look at how pretty that is. I remember swatching it being a little underwhelmed, but I had to buy it by what it looked like in the tube. And this, I think, will be the perfect gloss for this look. Not even gonna line my lips. I'm just gonna go right in. It's very silky. I don't know what brand makes these. Doesn't really say, it just says Disney. That's actually really, really pretty. I mean, it's very subtle. I mean, it's a very subtle effect, but it's really a very nice gloss. Honestly, it feels really good. And, you know, with an eye look like this, you don't want to do too much for the lips. So I think it worked out perfect. So now a quick rundown of the products. This is my third impression of this foundation. And even though I always end up liking the result, as long as I make sure I get every nook and cranny and make sure the foundation is pressed in, even though, like I said, I like the result. Like, I like the way my skin looks. It looks really nice. This stuff is just, and I'm already starting to not smell it, but overall, this stuff isn't the best. It does have a smell. It does take some work applying. And, yeah, I just really just favor my Candy Moyo. So, yeah, don't have your feelings hurt if you can't find the KleanColor Forever and a Day foundation. Not my favorite. Like I said, even though I do end up liking the effect or being okay with the way it looks on my skin, and it actually wears pretty good. I have worn it to work. I was afraid that it would look bad by the end of the day, and I don't particularly notice that it does. But yeah, it's just really so-so. I may hang on to it, I might not. I don't know, but not my favorite. So now that I've used it like 3 times, it's not my favorite. Then the Beauty Intuition highlighter that has the swirl pattern on it. If you have the one with the spider web, it's the same thing. But if not, it's this really pretty ethereal, it's got a little, like it's got this really pretty ethereal effect. It's got like a purple sheen on it, and it's really, really nice. It's very pigmented. Of course, you have to go with a light hand, but it worked out perfectly for this makeup look. Like I said, it is the same as the one with the spider web on it. Then the Ioni blush never disappoints. This is a particularly beautiful shade, I feel. I really should wear the shade more. It's just got that ever so slight hint of shimmer. It's just a perfect like peach shade, like a deep peach. Really, really beautiful. And of course, it's in this super cute heart packaging. Then of course the lashes. I knew I would love these. I like this style a lot. I did trim mine on the outside. And yeah, these, like I said, these are like my HG lashes at the moment, anywhere. For me, they rival anything at the drugstore. Love the LA Colors Dramatalash, and I favor like the more dramatic styles, but they do have some that are a little bit more subdued. So yeah, love them. Then the lip gloss, I mean, it's not quite as intense as it is in the bottle, but it does have the effect. It's just an ever so slight iridescent effect. Really matches our eye look. I feel, actually, look at the bottle, really matches the eye look. But it's just a nice subdued gloss. Feels really nice. Probably something that you'll have to apply throughout the day, but a lot of glosses are that way. So yeah, it's really super cute packaging. Of course, if you're a Disney villain fan, you'll love this. I've got some other ones to try as well. But yeah, I wanted to try that with this eye makeup look. And last but certainly not least, the eyeshadow palette. I think this is going to be something that you have to kind of get a little creative with. I really do want to try. I want to try this again and try some of these golds, and then I want to try this green. So far today, this one right here really saved the look. I just kind of layered up some of the colors and got this really dimensional eye look. And I was wrong. You can get a look with this because that purple will deepen up your eye if you want to like deepen your eyes up a little bit. Or you could just forego that and just layer some of the lighter colors on. So I think I'm going to use this again and do another look. And I think it's going to be something that ends up being a lot of fun, honestly. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, show me you did by hitting the like button. Definitely check out related content down below in the description box. And if there's any makeup products that I use that you missed, definitely go check the list out in the description box. I'll have everything listed down below there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.